Major technique in bandaging is the cravat. So the first thing that you're going to do is to make a cravat first. So how to make it? You fold the apex towards the base, and then fold it again for the second time. Okay, so this is your broad cravat. Then if you're going to fold it for the third time, this is known as the cravat. Okay. And then if you're going to fold it for the fourth time, okay, you're going to create a narrow cravat. So usually narrow cravat is used to small injuries. So the first technique under the cravat phase is the forehead bandage. So the injury of the victim is on the forehead. So if there is a wound, don't forget to place a dressing. Okay, secure it with a tape. So for example, the injury is exactly at the middle of the forehead. So secure it with a tape, then hold it later on with a dressing. With a bandage, I mean. So locate the center of the cravat, and then place it exactly to the dressing. Bring the two tails at the back of the head, and then you're going to make a single knot. Then bring the two tails in front or towards the injured part, and then you're going to make a square knot. So this will add pressure to the injured part to prevent it from bleeding. Then hide the tails. Okay, so this is your forehead bandage. Bandage, you're going to use a narrow cravat. Okay. So for eye injuries, if one eye is injured, you have to cover both eyes to prevent the injured eye from further damage. Then place the bandage over the eyes. Bring the two tails at the back. Make a single knot. Okay, so make sure it's not too tight so that it will not add too much pressure to the injured eye. Then bring the two tails in front, and then make a square knot on the forehead or in between the eyes. And then hide the tails. This is your eye bandage. We have the nose bandage. Again, you're going to use a narrow cravat. Okay. Place the middle of the cravat on the injured nose. Bring the two tails at the back. Make a single knot. Okay. It should not be too tight. Then bring the two tails in front on the forehead, and then you're going to make a square knot. Okay, then hide the tails. This is your nose bandage.
3.
Okay, next technique is the ear, cheek, and
Time
jaw.
out, sir.
Okay. Next technique is the ear, cheek, and jaw injury. So, for example, the injury is the ear. The bandaging technique is the same. Same for the cheek injury or the jaw injury. Okay, so locate the middle of the cravat, then place it on the injured side. So, for example, it's the cheek which is injured. Place it on the cheek, and then bring the two tails to the other side of the head. And then make a twist with the tails Then bring the tails to the injured side and then secure it with a square knot. Then hide the tails. Okay, so this is your ear, cheek, and jaw bandage. So the next technique is the shoulder bandage. So for example, the injury of the victim is the right shoulder. You get one of the tail and bring it in front of the opposite side, opposite chest. Then you wrap around the other tail on over the shoulder. Okay, so we're going to make a figure of 8. And then bring the tail at the back. Insert it under the armpit. And then secure it with the other tail with a square knot. And then hide the tails. This is your shoulder bandage. Technique is the palm pressure bandage. So the bandaging technique that will be used will depend on the orientation or direction of the wound. So if the wound is across the palm, so the bandaging technique that will be used is the palm pressure bandage. So first, instruct the victim to make a fist with the OK sign. Okay, don't forget to put dressing over the wound. Okay. So this will now close the wound to prevent it from opening. And then bring the middle of the cravat on the wrist of the victim. With the tails at the back, bring it in front and cover the fingers.
Knuckles.
Fingers. Then the cravat, the tail in front, you bring it at the back, and then this will cover the knuckles. And then just repeat the procedure. So cover the fingers. And then this one will cover the knuckles. Okay. And then secure the tails above the wrist with a square knot. Okay. So this is how your palm pressure looks like. Next technique is the palm bandage. So usually palm bandage is done if the direction of the wound is along the palm. So just instruct the victim to open the palm with the thumb up. Then bring the middle of the cravat on the palm. You twist the front tail towards the wrist. Okay. Then get the tail at the back, bring it in front so that it will cross the other tail on the palm. Then get the tail in front, bring it at the back.
Overlapping.
Okay. Then overlapping the other tail. And then just repeat the sequence or the steps. Okay. So it will look like this. And then bring the two tails to the wrist. Make a single wrap or roll. And then end it with a square knot on top of the wrist. then hide the tails. Okay, this is how your palm bandage looks like.